Welcome to my life. I'm waiting for the people. You can fast forward if you want. I'm on live. Let me see what else. Sometimes it takes time. You know what else takes time? Love. To him. Okay, so what was I gonna get? Yo, what's up? What's up? Roblox and Noah. Robert. Oh gosh, this stuff's still working. So, I guess your accounts, maybe your accounts are set up for like a different age than what I thought. I don't know. And plus, I don't even know who I'm talking to. So, in reality, anyway. But I have to go and finish my video. Oh, okay. I'm not going to be on here very long anyway. I just figured I'd do a quick thing. Won't be on here very long. Just show up a little bit because I'll be on later, but I'm going to be going out. Roblox, how's it going, Roblox? What you been up to today? Good. Say good. Been playing video games probably, huh? Some Roblox. We got a couple people here that play Roblox through their phones. You played through your phone or your computer, laptop, normally? Tamara. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Hey, Dave. Hello, hello. This one, let's see, Tamara. I don't recall Tamara, that name. Where are you from, Tamara? Tamara P. Tamara P. How's everybody's day going? I think, Dave, I think you're in Georgia, right? Oh, yeah. I was supposed to talk to Bonnie as well. I just remembered that. Now that I looked at your name and thought about it. Yeah, I'm going to get with her after I make a trip to town. I'm not going to be on the live too long. I'm going to be heading up to town, and I'm going to a Jollibee today. I don't know if you guys know Jollibee, but after that, I'll reach out to her and yeah, see what if she's still available and everything. See how all that stuff is going. I talked to her about you and stuff. So you're in. From what I remember, it was Rome, Georgia. Is that right? Both Southern. I'm Carolina. You're Georgia. Which I could look at the papers here and see for sure. As far as Tamara, I don't recall Tamara being in here. Oh, you're back. Dude, I was talking to you. A few things. I was trying to recall where you're from. I think it was Rome, Georgia, I believe. And also, I brought up Bonnie. You still here? The phone cut off. I'm back now. All right, Dave. I was saying, I was trying to remember. I believe you live over in Rome, Georgia. I believe it was. And I was also saying about Bonnie. Yeah, Bonnie. I just remembered that right now when we started talking. So I gotta go up to a town. I'm gonna go have some Jollibee today. And then when I get back, I'm gonna reach out to her after that trip. I'm gonna try to reach her and see if she's still willing to be talking to someone, and also she's still available. I think she is. I talked to her not too long ago, and she was still available. But yeah, I'll do that when I get back. I'm sorry. Hold, hold. Let me see something. Trying to find. Trying to find all the names of people. See if Tamara was on it. Joe Mama. When I first saw it, I was thinking Joe Montana. Why do you think anyone cares about you? Nobody does, I don't think. I don't think anybody cares about Joe Mama. Mr. Solicitator, get away from my theater. I ain't got time for your drama, so go be with your mama. You little punk, you're probably drunk, and you probably smell like a freaking skunk. I ain't got time for your son, so get out of here, because you're not number one. You ain't no priority, G. So get away from me, you see. I ain't got time for you, son. Don't you understand, Joe Mama? Hey, Mike, how's it going? Mr. Moore. Oh, it's going great, man. Going great. I'm disorganized like always. I was trying to find my list of names and stuff, and I can't locate it. But anyway, off a little salty, I see. No, I'm not salty, but you're sour. So get out of here, because I don't need your hour. And you sure ain't got no power. Bye. Where you from, Joe Mama? Let's see if you got any sense. If you could talk like a normal person. Let's see, son. But anyway, Mr. Moore, it's going good, man. I'm about to get Jollibee. I don't know if you heard of Jollibee. Jollibee's like over here in the Philippines. It's similar to McDonald's. Oh, something pretty cool, interesting. You might not know, like fried chicken is in McDonald's here. And spaghetti is in McDonald's here. So they got the McDonald's stuff, and then they have that. And the reason I'm talking about McDonald's is because that's like the American hotspot in my area, unfortunately. I prefer to go to other areas that have better places. But in my area, that's the hottest thing from American restaurant around here. Joe Mama don't know where he's from, I guess. Poor guy. Or whatever it is. Girl, whatever. You like lady boys. No, Joe Mama, I don't like you, lady boy. Boy? Okay, Mr. Moore. Let's see, he says, I ever had a chance to get to the Philippines, I like to come and visit you. But the money situation, that would be tough. You know, that reminds me of my family. It's the same thing with them. Like my mom, my daughter, they want to come over. They probably want to like come over and stay and not leave, probably. I just got off the phone with my mom. She's like, find me a guy over there, Anyway, their situation, the biggest situation is the money part. But I mean, here's the thing. In the US, you're gonna spend how much money? Let's say for a year, you're going to spend, say, 30 or 40,000 or 50,000. Let's go with the middle number, 40,000. And over here, you're going to spend more like 10,000 or yeah, 10,000. So you're going to spend like a quarter of that. Your plane ticket would be 2,000. If if you stayed a year, let's say you wanted to stay a year. Most people come here and they stay forever. Me, I've been here 2 years. Most of the people I know here has been here longer than me, the foreign people. So basically, yeah, you go, you look at the whole picture. And the people come over here and they have their Social Security, disability, whatever they have, comes over here with them. But yeah, you do have to pay for the ticket to come, as far as that goes. Then once you come, you're like, oh my gosh, look at all the money I'm saving, and that pays for the ticket and a lot more money in your pocket. Let's see. Kuya says, but if you have a big job over there and you can't make the money, kind of thing, that's a different story. Because you won't be able, unless you can get the company to transfer you here and work. Yeah, that would be a different story. Okay, maybe that will work. I'm back now. Let's see. Dave says, what were you tell me before I left? I was just saying, seeing your name pop up this morning. I've had a few things I've been doing this morning. Seeing your name pop up reminded me that I'm going to talk to Bonnie, and after I go to town to Jollibee to eat today, then I will be trying to reach her. And yeah, so I should be able to reach her today and see if she still has interest in everything. And I'll let you know, and give her your email, right? Give her your email, and that way she can contact if she wants to and everything. I'll let her know about you, basically. Jordan says you can live with 10K a year. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Jordan. Definitely. Right now, I'm living on, less than that. Living off about half that, actually. Yep. Close to 5K a year. That's what I'm living off of. Let's see, and I do have a air conditioner back there too, even. Let's see, Rocky says, I want to stay on Mars, but how much money I need? Too much. Rocky. I wonder, you have to put that in Google. How much will it cost me to take that trip to Mars? But anyway, maybe Elon will finance it for you. You find the email. Yeah, I should have it. I think you sent it to me last time, right? I can look at my pictures and see, I think. Just don't want to try to lose people. Yeah, I might lose people if I jump into the pictures on here, but I think I did screenshot yesterday from what I remember last night of what you put on here. I think you did 2 lines on that. Of course, you could, if you want to, you can do it now, and I can do a screenshot for sure and have it that way. Hotel, cart, and food. Hotel, cart, and food? No. I don't drive. I prefer people drive me around, so I just pay for rides. You can ride the subway, super cheap. You can ride jeepney, trike, a taxi, Grab. It's all cheap. As far as a hotel goes, if you want a nice hotel over here, I don't do hotel anymore. I used to, I was paying closer to 10,000 a year doing that. But yeah, I don't do hotel. You can get an apartment and or a room, something like that. Pretty cheap. A room, apartment, that stuff would be pretty cheap. like, let's say there's a place I know was available. It was like $200 a month. So you think about that. It's only about $2,000 a year, $2,400. Yeah, $2,400 a year for that place. Let's see. You become poor now. Yeah, Rocky, because I haven't been making any money. So you're right. I have became poor. So I lowered my expenses. I used to spend about $1,000 a month, but now it's a lot less. Othello says, hello. Jordan says, would you say you're living good for a foreigner? I'd say fair. At my cost, I'm spending about, let's see, about 4,000 a year, maybe less than that. And my life is fair. Now, when I was spending, like I said, close to $1,000 a month, so that's like 12. If it's 1,000, it's 12,000. So if I was spending that much, it was awesome. It was great. Wouldn't say like a fancy king or anything like that, but if you're doing like by yourself and you're spending 2,000 a month, yeah, you'd be like the Mac Daddy then. Rocky says, what about health insurance? Yeah, you can get that over here. Get a great price on it. I've got a couple connections for that. Let's see. Matter of fact, I just got through talking to my mom, and the cost that she's paying on her Medicare would be higher than what I would have to pay for that insurance. But she is older though, so. Let's see. I think it's going to be, yeah. I mean, I would say cheaper than the U.S. as far as that goes. But I haven't been over in the U.S. in a while, and I hate paying for insurance. You know, my last job I had, they wanted to charge me to get insurance. It was over $500 a month. They wanted to charge me to have health insurance at that job. I said, no, thank you. So I didn't have health insurance while I was working. I came over here, I haven't gotten it yet, but I know the prices, and I know it's a lot less, closer to 100. Of course, it depends on, you know, all the features you want, because, you know, you could probably get it close to 200 if you added like less, what do they call it? You know what I'm saying. I don't want to go into all the fancy terminology and everything. I'm going to be eating soon, guys. Let's see. Kua says, does that include Visa? On the cost. Actually, yeah, I'm spending about 4,000. That's not including like government fees. Yeah, I didn't. Well, it's close. Your government fees are not that expensive, but I heard they're going up on those too. Actually, I heard they already did. So someone told me you can expect maybe pay about $500 for a year, you know, for the whole time. That's a rough estimate. And I, you know, be honest with you, it's probably a little bit less than that, but I don't want to say 300 and it be 400, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to say $500 for a year. That would be a rough estimate. Let's see. JB says hello. Hey JB, welcome back, man. Jordan says hello. We are basically working class slaves in America. Yeah, I know. I just got through talking to my mom, and she was telling me crazy stuff. It's insane. With a hope to make it out of lower class. Yeah, I was a working class, you know, person over there. So I know what you mean. I like simple life. I mean, if you guys want to live fancy and you want to live on a tropical island, then I say you probably want to go to Hawaii if you want to have a fancy tropical island life. If you're like simple, down to earth, old fashioned type stuff, then here, because, you know, and it's awesome, man. They're speaking English. You know, you don't have to deal with a different language most of the time. And not, sometimes you do, but most time you can talk to people. Um, There'll be a little bit of a problem though, you know. I'm not going to say it's perfect. And if you're in the city, it's going to be easier because the country people will be, well, they don't have people around them, a lot of foreign people around them. So there you go. So in the city, yeah, a lot of them actually work at the call centers and they're, you know, helping the people over in other places like U.S. as far as call centers. Yeah. Anyway, Gabby, welcome back, Gabby. Good to see you again. Jordan says, do Americans have a good chance of getting a job there? If you get married, I think you would. Say you come over here and marry someone here. But as far as like come over here and don't get married, then no. Unless you're like some genius or something, you might, because they wouldn't need you. They're not like us, you know. I mean, they take care of their people, you know. They don't just let people come in and run the show, like in the U.S. You know, they run their show, and so they're not going to let foreigners pop in here and take over the place, and I don't blame them. So yeah, if you want a job, get married and get the job, if that's how you want to do it. Let's see, Kuya Dave says, welcome Gabby. Hubert says, I'm going to scroll on, talk to you later. All right, Hubert, talk to you later. And I'm going to be heading out probably in the next 10 or 20 or 30 minutes anyway. Let's see, Rocky says, so you are spending money a month pays by you from American government fund? No, I'm spending money that I have saved. That's what I'm spending. If you really want to pry into my business, no, I saved money. I invested, saved money, and that's the money I'm spending, and from the work that I've done in America. And hopefully the government won't screw me when I get older on Social Security. You know, I'll make some money. That would be nice, Rocky, wouldn't it? But I can't count on them. You know, I can't count on. Can't count on much over there except for a bunch of crime and craziness and stuff. Anyway, Bradino says hello. Jordan says, if you don't mind me asking, do you make money there? No, I haven't made any money, no. I have not made any money here. Matter of fact, this is my second trip over here. First trip, you know, money's getting low, so I went back and I worked my butt off. And I mean, I was an insane employee, or somebody said slave, you know. I worked on a commission, and I was doing door-to-door selling. And, you know, basically I became number one in the state for the company, like super fast, because I had a goal, you know. I knew I was like wanting to go back to the Philippines. So I went back over there. I said, hey boss, how do I make this money in 1 year, this amount of money? And he told me, and that's what I did, and I killed it, you know. I killed it. I was just, you know, one of the top guys in the country after 3 months. I mean, I don't like talking about this kind of stuff because I don't want to showcase me or anything like that, but that's who I am, okay? So if people come in here and they, in my comments and stuff, and they give me a hard time and do all that kind of crazy mess they do, I'm like, come on, get out of here. I ain't got time for you. Anyway, Ozzy says, but you use bank cards that draw from your bank account in the States. You don't have a bank account in the Philippines. I choose not to have a bank account in the Philippines, yeah. There are people that come over at Spats that do choose to have a bank account. So yeah, I choose not to. I keep mine in the U.S. And just to tell you how it works, you said, but you use bank cards that draw from your bank account. Da, da, da. So yeah, you got ATM machines all over the place. So you take that bank card to an ATM, you can take it out that way. That's one way. Um, there's other ways too, but that's what I've done most of the time. I use the ATMs. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, Ozzy, I'm not going to be on too long, probably about 10, 20, 30 minutes because I'm going to be going out. But then I'll come back on later after I take a trip today. I'll be back on later on. Do, 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 do. Any other investigative questions? Ay, ay, ay. You know, the thing that gets me is the people that come in one time and they're like, "How much money you make?" And I've never seen them before. That's the ones that are the most like, "What? Who are you?" Jordan, let's see. Do you think you will have to come back to America again, or are you settled out there? I think I'll probably be back in America. You know, because it's not like I have, you know, 200,000 in the bank or anything, guys. I'm not rich. No, I'm struggling. You know, people say, "Oh, I can't go there. You know, I don't have money." I'm like, if you push it hard enough, you can make it happen. You know, that's all I got to say to you. You push it hard enough. I mean, you guys can go out and probably get some money on a credit card and make the trip over. You know, I mean, that's one way to do it. I don't have any debt. That's another thing. So yeah, I don't have any debt and had a little bit of savings, and that's how my life is. Will I come back? There is a very good possibility that I will have to go back because I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I take it one day at a time right now. Let's see, taking a trip. Taking a trip? Oh, just a small trip. I'm just going to the next town. I'm going to jump on a trike. I'm going to pay them like 60 cents to take me to the next town, which is about 30 minutes away. And I'm going to eat at a place over there, then do the same thing, come back. Super cheap. Super cheap on the food, super cheap on the trike. 60 cents, man. Yeah, you know, you do that same trip in New York and a taxi, it's going to be close to $100 because I actually had to do that one time. It's crazy. Let's see, but I'm going from one extreme to the other. You know, I mean New York City. You know. Let's see. Good evening, host. Thank you, Jenny. Good seeing you again. I appreciate your respect and politeness. Let's see. Just thumbs up while working here. Oh yeah, sweet. Yeah, I remember you're over in Hong Kong. Yeah, it's good to see you again as well. Let's see. Ozzy says, "How long would 50K last you?" It depends, you know. For me, on the way I'm living, it's only going to be 4,000. So, you know, about 10 years. I'm going to throw some inflation in there. It could be 11. But yeah, about 10 years. At the way I'm living. And I'm not living like fancy. I'm taking what they call tabo bath. Let me show you guys for people who haven't seen. This is the kind of bath I take. So I don't have like a fancy shower. We fill the bucket and this and pour it over us. You know, lather up with the soap and use that bucket. And that's how I live. Now I could live a lot fancier life in a different part of the Philippines. Don't get me wrong. You could live like a king. I mean, but this is my way. You know, I don't spend much money. So anyway, JB says, "How long did you push for before being able to relocate overseas? Was that always the plan?" No, I had no plan at all. It was really quick. I met someone online, and it was only 3 or 4 months. I want to say 4 months. Um, and I got the ticket and came over. And I didn't know anything, but it was all about the person that is the reason I came. I didn't even I didn't know anything, man. But then I came, and I've been to other countries, and I just fell in love with it over here. So that relationship didn't work out. So that's the downside. But the upside is I think it's wonderful over here. That's my opinion. But anyway, sounds like fun. Thank you, Gabby. Do you tip? Whenever we go out to places, actually, if it's like a fancy place, when you go to, let's say you go to fast food and you pay, say, $2 for something, which you can do that with a burger, fries, and drink. You can get for $2 at, say, McDonald's. Because I go there often, because it's easy to get to. But yeah, pay $2, and then basically the tax is included, right? So let's say you go to a fancy place, and usually they will add in a service charge, so you don't have to worry about tipping. It's already added in to the price. There you go. And as far as helping people, that kind of thing, I do. I gave a guy yesterday. He had some disability. A really bad disability, and it's not far from here. I was walking over to a store, and I just gave him a little bit of change. Saw other people do the same thing for him. Helping him out. Pogie, morning, sir. Thank you. We're close to afternoon, I think. Yeah, it's close to morning, afternoon. Hey, good to see you again, Pogie. Let's see. Ozzy says, because I plan selling my truck, and I will have my pension, and I have a truck too back home. I could sell that to get some more money, but it's an old truck though, so I wouldn't get. I don't know how much I get out because I plan on selling my truck. I remember Ozzy has a nice truck, and I will have my pension and disability debt free. Yeah, you have quite a few people that do similar to that. I mean, that's a smarter thing to do than me, in my opinion. Thank you for the hearts. And Jenny says, you live normal person in Philippines. What did you do for a living now? I'm just doing the YouTube right now. Yeah, that's all I do, is just YouTube channel. And not making any, I haven't made any money at all from it. But this is what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm taking one day at a time right now. And, I keep trying to figure out, am I going to be here? Am I going to be there? I don't know where I'm going to be. But anyway, Zian says, I'm back. And Zian school got suspended. Okay, welcome back, Zian. Jenny says, I'm really sorry. Thank you for the hearts, by the way. I'm really sorry for what happened to you, even though I don't know the real story, and I'm sorry to hear about that. I appreciate your empathy. Empathy, I love empathy, man. I appreciate that. Toledo, let's see. Jenny says, oh, okay. I don't know what Toledo means. I guess that's the Singapore for hello. JB says, so were you just saying and plan was to retire in the U.S. until that trip to meet your LDR? Let's see. So were you just saving and plan on retiring in the U.S.? Yeah. I had no plan on leaving the U.S. at all until that trip to LDR. And I'm still, pretty young. So I'm close to 50. I mean, so my dad's still working, and he's like 76, 75. And he works every single day, 7 days a week. So, yeah, I mean, I had no plans of leaving the U.S. I never thought about it or anything. The only reason I've been here is because of, that person. Let's see. Gabby says, awesome, very sweet for you to help him. Well, I wish I could help more, but I'm not rich. You see the bath I'm taking. But yeah, um, I appreciate it. I mean, that's what relationships are about, helping each other. And to me, we're all brother and sister. If you're a Christian, then you could say we're all brother sister. You know, in a Christian way or whatever. I don't know how the Islam thing is, but yeah, we're all brother and sister. It's unfortunate that some people ruin things for the other people, though. Let's see. Jordan says, "Is there any drug problems out there or prostitute problems?" Wow. I mean, you're talking about a wide area of country, so that depends on where you want to go to. Just like USA, right? You say, is there a drug problem or a prostitution problem in the US? You could say yeah, and you could say no. Now, in Montana, maybe you don't have that problem, but yeah, you jump over to LA, you're gonna have that problem. Same thing here, same way here. Um, and I think that's a very, I think that's normally a problem that's not gonna hurt most people, not the average Joe. That kind of thing is not something that's going to hurt me, affect me, or anything, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Anyway, JB says hello, everyone. Ozzy says hello. Zen says hello. What kind of truck, dude? It's a Ford Ranger, really old. How old is it? 2004, I think. I don't know. It's old. And you know me, I don't like to give exact information out for protection of myself. But yeah, it's an old one. Let's put it that way. And that's how I was back in the U.S. I never really cared about having, expensive, fancy, that kind of stuff. Like brand new vehicle and stuff like that. I always believed in, hey, get an older one. It doesn't cost too much because, it's just a lot cheaper expense and everything. So that I've always been like that, except for maybe when I was 21. I did finance a pretty, it was a sports car. I remember it wasn't brand new either. That was back when I was in the military. But yeah, I like simple life, and that's one reason I came over here, to live a simple life. I mean, I guess you could say the second trip. The first trip, I came for the girl, but yeah, I came back after I could afford it. Let's see, what is your topic today? Nothing, because I'm not going to be on here very long, Pogie. Shout to Mumby Fit, and Gabby says hi Ozzy, hi Jordan, hi JB. Sorry, unfortunately, I'm surprised that I have this amount of people in here. I didn't think I'd have many people in here for being on so short. But anyway, I appreciate it, guys. Appreciate all your support. Thank you very, very, very much, because I am trying to grow the channel. Let's see, could you start a food cart? That's a good question. Could you start a food cart? There's tons of vendors out here. And, I think to earn the money like you're talking about, to sell to Filipinos and earn the money like that, you're going to have to go through like being married, And that's one way. I don't know if there's another way, but I think, maybe the SSRV visa that might allow you to, but you have to commit to more, for that type of visa. There's different types of visa, so it would depend on the type of visa you have on the food cart thing and work. But the easiest way, in my opinion, from what I've seen from looking at things, is be married to somebody and go get a job, or do what you're talking about, the food cart thing, something like that, let's see. Jenny says, hello, Gabby. Hello, Pogi. Hello, JB. Thank you for being so polite. See, Jenny's Filipina. See how polite she is. And that's an example right there. I love walking down the street and, you know, lady that's like, maybe she's 15, maybe she's 20, 30, whatever. And I walk by and she says, hello, Po. I did a video about this actually. Hello, Po. What it means is hello respectfully. They're like saying hello and I give you respect. I mean, that's an awesome feeling. A lot different than the other place I came from. But anyway, I mean, the good thing about Southern U.S. though is you got that homey feeling there as well, you know, with a lot of people. But, you know, anyway, I will move on. Gabby says, hello, Jenny. Jenny, let's see, I hope you get monetized and YouTube soon and start earning as well. Yeah, it takes a long time. It's a long process. I didn't think it would be this. I knew it would take a while, but I didn't think it would be this tough. Let's put it that way. I didn't think, yeah, I didn't think it'd be. But that's another thing that I just jumped into too. So I didn't really plan the YouTube thing. But it's been going decent. You know, I wouldn't say great, fantastic, but it's been going decent. Pogi says, hey, Azi, it's good to see people talking. Let's see. Ozzy said you could be a guide. Yeah, I mean, I think to do stuff like that, I think I have to get married, and you know, it's always a possibility of marrying. That's an easy thing to do. I've looked into it quite a bit. Let's see. The whole processes of everything. It's quite a extensive process too. Let's see. Jordan says, have you ever thought about putting a form of payment when you go live to help stay longer? Yeah, the thing is you have to meet a certain level before that happens. I think they like automatically give that to you once you meet a certain level. Now there is some other ways that I've thought about. My main thing is about the growing part and taking one day at a time with things right now. You know, I am wanting to grow the channel, true. And I'm looking at maybe adding some more social media stuff, but just taking one day at a time right now because I'm not in a hurry on the money side. You know, I'm living close to $300 a month, and I'm okay with that. You know, I'm okay with that. Let's see. I know I do think about it. I was like, dude, you know, don't you miss this and don't you miss that? And I think about it a little bit. And I do think about, okay, well, you know, you'll be back to that style of life again eventually, hopefully. You know, I'm sort of scared to go over to the U.S., to be honest with you, because I'll tell you the biggest reason. The destructive intelligence is what I call it, taking away those jobs. I mean, they've been laying off people like crazy. And that's one. And number two is being able to find a job, because the last time I went there, it took me a long time. It took me a long time to find a job. And now it's probably even worse. Plus, I'm older, you know? So JB says, what does your folks think about you staying there? That's a good question. My mom, she thinks it's great, and she's wanting to come. She's wanting to get out of the U.S. She's wanting to come over here. But she is, you know, she's not a wealthy person, and she doesn't make, financial decisions are not very well. Let's put it that way. I keep trying to help her and tell her things to do, but she don't want to listen. I've said it before. I've said my daughter is more mature than my mom. And she might watch this and be mad with me. But anyway, it is what it is. As far as my dad goes, let's see, what do your folks think about you staying there? I don't think he's crazy about the idea. I think he wants me to go back there. And actually, uh, you know, as far as like work, he the work that he does, I could probably do that kind of work. But anyway, it wouldn't pay a lot of money though. That's the thing about it. You know, that job when I went back and I was selling door to door was the most I've ever made in my life. And I've been in management. I've done retail management. I've done the military. So that's saying a lot. It was a pain in the butt job. You know, when you got dogs chasing you, people let the dog out because they don't want you at their door, stuff like that, you know, and people screaming at you, get out of here, stuff like that, you know, sucky job. Anyway, Zian says, all of them are kind. Oh, you're talking about the Filipinos? Are you asking me or are you just making that statement, Zian? Is that like a statement that you're saying, all Filipinos are kind, or are you asking me? I'm gonna speed up, guys, I'm sorry. Even $5 a day could really make a difference when living. Yeah, exactly, Jordan. You are exactly right, bro. Or sis, or, you know. Anyway, yeah, you're exactly right. Zian says, goat. Let's see, the Ram says, Mickey, didn't you say I could be a moderator? If you didn't, I could be one, please. Are you over 18, Ram? Let's see, said hello. Zian says $1 equals 60 pesos. Yeah, roughly. It's about 55, 56, 57, somewhere around there. Fluctuates. Ozzy says you could be a guide. Oh yeah, the guide thing again. Yeah, like I said, if I got married, yeah, I could do that. It's not a bad idea, really. But you also gotta follow laws and stuff, you know, on doing things, of course, you know. So right now, I don't think I could legally do that right now. But if I got married, yeah. Zian says $1 equals 60 pesos. Let's see. Ozzy says thank you. Good to know. Let's see. I'm gonna fly through these here. Gabby says you do tours of the Philippines through your channel. Oh yeah, on my channel I basically try to get out and go places and show some areas. Yeah, so I have some of that. If you go to my playlist, then basically you can see, okay, is this like beaches or is this like, you know, you can pick and choose, like this about the food, this about the culture, you know, you can go to the playlist and look at them that way. Let's see, Ozzy says, but I want to go to the Philippines. Yeah, I believe you said January, Ozzy? You should come sooner. Jenny says maybe you can add link of your PayPal accounts, enable those willing to give support. Yeah, yeah, I've been thinking about that a little bit. Like Patreon's another one. But you know, yeah, I've been thinking about it. I mean, I've also got something. I've got different things I'm thinking about right now. Let's see. Gabby says it's scary here. The political scene is very insane. Tell me about it. I mean, I have a good time with this channel. I have a good time doing this, the lives, and meeting people. I mean, that's the thing about it. The thing that I'm doing, I enjoy. So, you know, you could say it's like a hobby or whatever. So I enjoy going out in nature and shooting the videos and putting them on here. I going into the cities and shooting videos and putting them on here, stuff like that. I enjoy meeting the people, doing interviews with people, the Filipinos and so forth, and putting them on here. So what I'm doing, I enjoy. I did have another channel that was like an advice channel. It was like really boring that I was doing. I didn't enjoy it, so I just stopped it. I started them both about the same time, but I was like, oh, this seems like work. So what I'm doing now doesn't seem like work most of the time, 80% of the time, 90% of the time. The editing I hate though. I hate doing the video editing. Anyway, but thank you, Jenny, for your suggestion. And yeah, it's definitely an idea. Definitely looking at advice and tips that can help me in any way. So I appreciate that. And thank you guys for the hearts I just saw while I was talking. Gabby says, it's scary here. Oh yeah, the political scene. Yeah, I know. It's like a split country, It's like half is like this, half is like that. They're fighting. It's crazy. Ozzy laughing. Go, go, go. Let's see. Ozzy says, does your mom ever comment when you are doing a live? I think if she watches my lives, I don't think she's in the live. I think she will watch the recording. She said something about watching the recording one day to me. And so, but she's never talked about it. No. We just talked a little bit about the video stuff. Let's see, Kuya Dave says, were you in the military? Yeah, back in the 90s. I was in the military back in Desert Storm time. Let's see, the Ram says, yep. Zian says, because it's a neighborhood. Let's see, the Ram on my channel, it's my little brother, not me. Oh, you're saying, okay, Ram's saying he's at least 18. Okay, yeah, moderator thing. I mean, if you're 18 or more, then, and I feel like I can trust you and all that stuff, then I don't see why not. I don't see why not. I'll tell you what, we'll try it out and see what happens. Add moderator. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. I wasn't adding anybody over the weekend, but I had to get rid of a few people because of the age factor. And there you go, Ram. You should be a moderator now. That's a tryout. I'm trying it out. I know you're not as old as me and Ozzy, but let's see how it goes. Let's see. On my channel, it's my brother, not me. There is a lot of dogs. Yeah, there's a lot of dogs right here. Ozzy says, yeah, I have some stuff to take care of. All right, man, take care. Jenny says, or you can buy me coffee link. Hey, Jenny, I think you're cool. You're also a moderator. There you go. Yeah, you're right. I'm going to try you out. Let's put it away. I'm trying both of you guys out. Because the thing about Jenny is the Ram is that it's been longer in here, but you seem really cool. So, and, I mean, Poggy seems cool too. I mean, Jordan, Zion, I mean, all seem pretty cool, but I don't know. I like the fact that Jenny is trying to help me. That's really nice. Let's see, you can buy yeah, the coffee thing. Thank you. Yeah. Mom Be Fit. Hello. Welcome, Mom Be Fit. I gotta be careful not to add too many moderators. I think probably shouldn't. I don't know. You're welcome. And Mom Be Fit, she has a channel, and a lot of people in here have channels. If you guys want to support each other, if you just want to put one little message out there about your channel, you can, just one time. Let's see. Exactly, Ozzy. Trying to catch up. Hey, don't forget Okuya. I can go into training for a bouncer. Okuya, I can go into training for a bouncer. Yeah, you do have those clubs, especially around Angeles, right? Angeles and what is it, Makati? Yeah, I guess that's what you're talking about. Anyway, we'll see. What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Juan says good morning, sir. Hey, Juan. How you doing? Where are you from, Juan? Not familiar. Welcome aboard. Oh, thank you for making me a moderator of your channel. I appreciate it. You're welcome. Thank you for being so helpful. And Pogi seems to be great too. I mean, he's put a lot of input in things too. I don't see him on here right now, but he's I believe he's Filipino. I think. Juan says, "Have a blessed morning. Thank you very much." At Spat 47. Hello from Makati. Wow, we got my Makati person in here. At Spat 47. Let me write you down, bro. Where you originally from? At Spat 47. Are you from the U.S. and moved out to Makati? I just figured out that the 47 is probably the age. Yeah, Expat 47 is in Makati. I take notes like a nerd, man. Try to remember everybody. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you. Kuya says, Mom was fitting earlier. Fitting. Let's see. What up? Expat 47. Mom says, hi, Kuya Dave. Thanks for dropping my workout today. Appreciate it. Expat 47. Hello. Kuya Dave. Yeah, if you're into doing like Zuma, if you want to do stuff like that, Mom Be Fit. That's what she does on her channel. Ozzy says, hi, Mom. Kuya. Yes, Mom, I was tired. Jenny says, and if you set up the link, both buy me a coffee and payment, you can link your bank account and able to withdraw money right away. Yeah, I'll do a screenshot of what you're talking about, Jenny. And so I'll have a note of it. And yeah, I mean, it's something, I only started about 4 months ago. So, you know, and like I said, I didn't have any plan on doing the YouTube or anything. It was a spur of the moment type of thing. So I just started doing it. And then after I started, I decided, oh, I need to go to those places I haven't gone to, like Boracay, and do some filming over there. I need to go to Puerto Galera, those places I really didn't have a huge interest in going to, but I know people love to visit those areas, right? So that's why I went out and filmed it. And BGC and Manila and all that stuff that people want to know about. Rosvita says, LOL. What's Rosvita laughing about? Hey, Mom, it's Bet 47 here on a recent. Oh, he's doing the SRR visa application. 57 actually. Okay, welcome. We got a few people in here around your age and my age. Then we got a few people that aren't. Rosvita says, hey, see you are getting more viewers. I guess. A lot of that, Rosvita, is about timing. Sometimes your timing is good, sometimes it's not. Yeah, a lot of it. And another thing about those people that are getting so many viewers, say like 1,000, I found out they're buying view bots. It's called ViewBot, and yeah, they're paying for that kind of stuff. Because I was looking at some of them, and I'm like, this is extremely boring. How can this person get 1,000? You know, they're just sitting there and like working on something simple or whatever, or just walking around and not talking or anything, or just sleeping or whatever. How are they getting so many people? Well, I found out they're doing view bots. They're buying view bots. Anyway, uh, I don't think that's going to be a wise choice in my opinion, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Because I think it's against the rules for one thing. Mommy Fit says, "Hi Ram." Jenny says, "Hello Rosvita, welcome here." Yeah, Rosvita, she's a cool person. And Kuya Dave says, "Oh, great to know that." I'm gonna speed up. Everybody's just chilling with each other. Yeah, that's awesome. We got people from different countries just chilling together and stuff like that. Let's see. Yeah, she turned in her blue. She decided to. Everybody's surprised. Yeah, it wasn't me asking her to either. She turned it in her own will. She asked to do it. Everybody, I guess, has reasons for whatever their decisions are. I'm doing good, Mom. I'm trying to catch up with this. Oh, Dave, 25 or 30 mods. I don't even have that many people in my live. I usually have about 5 or 6, you know. Sometimes, 10 or 20, but usually 5 or 6, sometimes even like almost nobody. So, yeah, 25 would be more than I normally would have in here as far as people. The mod situation is still something that I'm trying to figure out exactly how to handle it. I will say that. Like I said, I'm new 4 months on the channel and about 1 month doing the live. I started about a month ago. So it's even more new to me. Mumby Fit says, Ozzy, everything cool here, especially the weather. Ozzy says, excellent, Mom. And then Mom says, that's cool. And Kuya Dave says, if you will stream between 7 and noon your time, it hit just right in the USA for watch hours. Yeah, I was actually, another thing is you got to think about other people when they stream, because I was actually in another vlogger's stream this morning, which I thought it was a good one. He was, let's see, what was he doing? It was just a good vlog. We were having a good talk, I remember. It was just a regular talk thing, but it was a good vlog. We were having good conversation going. So yeah, I went to his vlog this morning, and I had to call my mom too, and I couldn't get off the phone with her. I'm like, okay, Mom, we gotta go now. And she's like, oh yeah, let me tell you, yeah, it was hard to get off the phone with Mom. So yeah, I did those 2 things, and then I was like, I guess I need to jump on for maybe an hour, and it's already been an hour. But anyway, yeah, it looks like we're slowing down, so I think we're gonna be closing down in 1 minute, guys, or 2 minutes. Say 2 minutes. Anybody got anything else? That's what 47. That's cool, Dave. Oh yeah, said that. Yeah, good point. Good point, Dave. Dave seems cool too. I don't know if he's in here to hear this. But yeah, Dave seems cool too. I need to look at his channel and make sure everything's cool. From all the advice I've got from big channels, told to keep about 25% to your sub count. Dave, you still in here? Let's see. Hi, Jenny. I just tried to get advice from 10,000 plus channels. My plan is, Dave, are you still in here first? I want to say something to you if you are. Ozzy, thank you for being reliable and helping out as well. And good to see Rosvita as always. And Jenny, you seem really cool. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to close down here any minute. I was going to try to say something to Dave. Oh, you're here. Okay. What now? Now I got to remember what it was. I just lost it. Thanks for the live. You're welcome, Matspat47. Hope to see you again, bro. Yeah, you seem really cool and everything too. I'm gonna check out your channel because probably have you moderate too. But I want to look at your channel and watch some videos and stuff like that, and also talk to my friend and see about that as well that we talked about yesterday. Already connected to Kuya Dave's. There you go. Yeah, I don't even know how many subscribers. I've been over there, but I didn't really pay attention, so I'm gonna have to take a good look at it the next time I go. Check it out. So Expert47 and Lou, welcome here. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to Bonnie this afternoon, which right now I think it's about 12 o'clock, close to it. Let's see. Okay, I'll connect to you and find you or Blue one day. Hi, big boy. Hello, little C. I'm gonna head off here. Daggone it, I hate to, but I need to. I'll be back later on, guys. Probably a couple hours or probably like 3 hours, something like that. I'm just going to town, then I'll come back, get back on later on. Let's see. Ozzy, you're saying, I think mine's at 586. That sounds about right. Thank you. I met Jenny. Sounds good, Mikey. Okay. Hello. Hello. Welcome here. All right. So I'm going to do a countdown now because I'm heading off. And thank everybody for coming in. Usually I stay longer, but today I was planning on just doing an hour, and it's past that. So countdown will start at 8. All right, Mom, take care. JB, I thought this was a 7-hour live like last time. I did that one time. I did a 7-hour live. That was a long one. Anyway. 8, 7, 6, 5. Thank you, Gabby. You too. 3. Nuts. Okay, whatever. Whoever Jay is. Okay, weirdo. Bye. 1. And peace, y'all. Take care.